Imagine this. You open your rent bill, see the numbers, and think, wow, I'm basically sponsoring my landlord's vacation to Bali. Meanwhile, your grocery receipt looks like the GDP of a small island nation. But what if I told you there are countries where $500 a month doesn't just get you by, it gets you a comfortable life? Yep, places where that same $500 stretches further than your grandma's stories about walking to school barefoot. Today, we're counting down 10 countries where you can live like a king, or at least a well-fed duke, on just $500 a month. Pack your bags, cancel your overpriced gym membership, and let's dive in. First stop, Vietnam, a country where the food is so good you'll forget how to pronounce pho correctly. For $500 a month, you could rent a modest but comfy apartment, eat fresh street food every day, and still have money left over for iced coffee so strong it could power your Wi-Fi. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are buzzing, but if you go to smaller cities like Da Nang, your money stretches even further. Imagine paying $200 for rent and $1.50 for a bowl of noodles so delicious you'll write home about it. Reality check, $500 here is not surviving, it's thriving. But fair warning, traffic is like Mario Kart on steroids. Cross the street at your own risk. Now, if Vietnam feels a bit too chaotic, our next country takes chill to the next level. Think beaches, hammocks, and mangoes for breakfast, all without burning your wallet. Thailand, the land of temples, beaches, and backpackers who came for a week and are still there 10 years later. Here, $500 a month can cover a decent apartment, street food that'll ruin you for takeout forever, and transport that costs less than your daily Starbucks run back home. Chiang Mai, in particular, is a digital nomad paradise. Cafes with Wi-Fi, affordable living, and locals who somehow tolerate tourists who can't handle spicy food. Fun fact, a plate of pad thai here costs about $1.50. Compare that to what you pay at a hipster Thai restaurant in London or New York. Basically, the price of a mortgage payment. From temples and tuk-tuks, let's slide over to a country where $500 not only covers your expenses, but might actually make you feel like royalty. Yep, it's that cheap. Welcome to the Philippines. 7,000 islands, crystal clear beaches, and locals so friendly they'll call you sir or ma'am even if you're wearing flip-flops and a questionable tank top. For $500 a month, you can rent a small apartment near the beach, eat fresh seafood daily, and still have cash left over for karaoke nights. And trust me, karaoke isn't optional here. It's a national sport. Want to stretch your budget even more? Skip Manila, go to Cebu or Davao, where costs are lower and the lifestyle's laid back. Catch? Internet can be, let's say, romantic. It might ghost you at random. But hey, it's a small price to pay when your backyard looks like a travel brochure. Now, if tropical islands aren't your vibe and you're more of a mountains and culture person, the next country will blow your mind, and your wallet will thank you too. Nepal, home of Mount Everest, prayer flags, and rent so low it makes your city landlord look like a Bond villain. Here, $500 gets you an apartment, dal bhat, that's rice and lentils, the local staple, on repeat, and access to some of the most breathtaking hiking trails on Earth. Kathmandu is affordable, but head to Pokhara and you're looking at a lakeside town where you can rent for under $200 a month. That leaves enough budget for tea houses, yoga, and mountain views so epic you'll never need Instagram filters again. Caution, if you come here thinking $500 makes you Elon Musk, it doesn't, but it does buy you peace, quiet, and a slower pace of life. From Himalayan trails, we're hopping over to a country where your $500 budget comes with history, architecture, and kebabs that could start wars. Ready? Turkey, where East meets West and your wallet meets relief. In cities like Izmir or Antalya, $500 covers rent, groceries, transportation, and enough baklava to make your dentist cry. Apartments outside Istanbul go for $150 to $250 a month, leaving plenty for shawarma runs and Turkish tea marathons. Bonus, the country has solid healthcare, good transport, and a cost of living so low you'll double check if your calculator is broken. But remember, Istanbul itself, pricey, but head to the coast or smaller towns, and suddenly your $500 feels like VIP access. Now, if you want the romance of Europe without the nightmare prices, our next country is your golden ticket. Mexico isn't just tacos and tequila, though those help. It's also one of the best places to live cheaply with comfort. In cities like Mérida or Oaxaca, $500 covers rent, utilities, groceries, and all the street tacos you can eat without alarming your doctor. Example, rent outside tourist zones can be as low as $200. Street food, $2. Public transport, pocket change. Plus, you're never too far from stunning beaches, colorful markets, and mariachi bands that don't care if you asked for a performance. Catch, tourist hotspots like Cancun or Tulum will chew through $500 in a week. But live smart, and Mexico is budget paradise. From tacos to tango, let's fly south to a country where steak and wine cost less than fast food back home. Sounds too good? Wait for it. Argentina, home of tango, beef, and a currency that makes your $500 look like Jeff Bezos' money. Buenos Aires gives you European vibes at Latin American prices. Rent a small place for $200 to $250, eat steak dinners for under $5, and sip world-class wine for the price of soda. Fun fact, Argentina's economic ups and downs mean your foreign currency stretches ridiculously far. But brace yourself. Inflation can swing faster than a football match. Still, for $500, you'll eat well, live well, and maybe even pick up tango lessons without breaking the bank. Now, if you want the romance of Europe without the nightmare prices, our next country is your golden ticket. Yes, you heard that right, Portugal. While most of Western Europe will laugh at your $500 budget, Portugal might just let you squeak by if you know where to go. Lisbon? Forget it. Bordeaux? Still rough, but smaller towns like Braga or Coimbra? Bingo! Rent can be under $300, groceries are affordable, and the quality of life is pure chef's kiss. Plus, sunshine, stunning coastlines, and custard tarts that deserve their own fan club. Catch? $500 here is the student lifestyle tier, not luxury. But compared to London or New York, you'll feel like you robbed the system. From Europe's hidden gem, let's jump to a country where $500 doesn't just cover rent, it basically buys you a staff of helpers. India. Diverse, vibrant, chaotic, and affordable beyond belief. In smaller cities like Jaipur or Kochi, rent can be under $150. Street food is $1 or less. Transport? Dirt cheap. And entertainment? Just step outside. It's a sensory overload that costs nothing. For $500 a month, you're not just living, you're thriving. But fair warning, big cities like Mumbai or Delhi will test your budget. Pro tip, if you love variety, India gives you everything. Beaches in Goa, mountains in Himachal, palaces in Rajasthan. $500 here is like playing life on easy mode. And finally, our last stop, a country so underrated for expats that you'll wonder why more people aren't already packing their bags. No, not the Georgia with peaches and country music. I'm talking about Georgia in the Caucasus, the one with wine older than history and rent so low you'll feel guilty. Tbilisi offers apartments for under $250, hearty meals for $3 to $4, and public transport for literal pocket change. And the kicker? Locals are famous for hospitality. They'll invite you in for feasts that makes Thanksgiving look stingy. Bonus? Georgia also offers a visa-free stay for many nationalities up to a year. So your $500 goes further and you can stick around without legal headaches. This is budget living with soul. So there you have it. 10 countries where $500 a month isn't struggle bus living. It's a ticket to freedom. Vietnam's noodles, Thailand's temples, Argentina's steak, Georgia's wine, all waiting for you at a price that makes rent in New York look like daylight robbery. Now, don't book a flight tomorrow and blame me if you can't handle the spice level in India or the karaoke volume in the Philippines, but hey, the world is full of places where your money stretches, if you're brave enough to step out of your comfort zone. If you enjoyed this list, smash that like button like it's your last ATM withdrawal before payday. Subscribe for more brutally honest travel documentaries, and drop a comment. Which country would you pick to live in on $500 a month? Until next time, travel smart, live cheap, and remember, sometimes the best life is the one that costs the least.